Welcome to Euroleague basketball on ESPN. Game 3 of this quarterfinal matchup between Unicaja, who will host Unicaja Barcelona. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. Glad you could be with us this evening to determine the final team to make the 2007 Final Four. Well, these two teams have split the first two games, and Unicaja looked awfully good in winning game 1 at home.
Well, they sure did, Mark. 91-75. It was all Unicaja, led by Marcus Faison with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Navarro, 15 points, 3 assists for Barcelona.
And a complete turnaround and then some when the series shifted to Barcelona. A blowout victory for Barcelona. Big game for Navarro again with those 25 points on fire from three-point range.
Yeah, absolutely. And only in 18 minutes of play, too.
Well, the big news, though, coming out of Malaga this week is Daniel Santiago, one of the key big men for Unicaja, out for the remainder of the season. He underwent surgery today for a detached retina. And here's what they're losing. The March EuroLeague MVP, where he played outstanding ball, and also a double-digit score throughout the playoff series. They'll have to go without him. Who's the better team? Who's going to the Final Four? Unicaja or Barcelona? The opening tip is coming up on ESPN. Unicaja taking on Barcelona in this Game 3 of the quarterfinal matchup, an all-Spanish matchup. The only two teams from Spain to make it to the quarterfinals, and they had to go head-to-head to see who is going to the Final Four. Dusko Ivanovic is the coach for Unicaja Barcelona. They were 9-5 in the regular season, good for second in Group C. Went 4-2 in Group F in top 16 play, and are locked up in a major battle, tied at 1 game apiece, and now playing 1 game to settle that final spot to determine who's going to Athens in a few weeks for the Final Four. And a lot of green, of course, dotted throughout the stands today. The supporters of Unicaja, home city of Malaga, hosting here. Unicaja's head coach Sergio Scariolo has a very nice team, but he will have to do it without Daniel Santiago missing a important 7-footer up front.
And also, they will have to figure out a way to contain Navarro. As you said, Mark, he had 25 points in only 8 minutes of action. This is a team that will want to get out and run and get the tempo going. They were beaten badly in Game 2, 80-58 by Barcelona. So this is a big game to see if they can come back from that defeat.
Starting lineups for Barcelona: Lakovic, Basile, Navarro, Trias. Up front for Barcelona, and Unicaja, Cabezas, Bernie Rodriguez, Marcus Brown, no relation, and Jimenez and Petrus for Unicaja, as they are clearly a big man down. Santiago, a 7-footer. Averaging 6 points a game in this quarterfinal series, but the big body, a big presence. The 3 officials tonight, 2 from Greece, Pitsilkas and Christodoulou. And of course, Greece and Athens will be the host of the Final Four. Panathinaikos on their home floor has already qualified. They will play Tau in the first semifinal in Athens, and then the winner of this game will meet CSKA, who defeated Maccabi rather easily earlier today. Sergio Scariolo, longtime Italian coach with a number of teams, and then 9 more in the Spanish league. You're looking at Dusko Ivanovic, the Serbian who runs Barcelona.
Mark, Unicaja, who shot very well with threes, 12 for 24 in Game 1, will look to do the same. Shot selection is a must, particularly with Santiago out, and not really a big inside threat on the offensive end. Barcelona on the other side will look to control tempo and really try to pick up their defense, which has sometimes been suspect. But this is a team on a mission, having won the Spanish Cup, looking to get to the Final Four as they did last year.
Unicaja has the first possession, wearing their all-green home jerseys, and a beautiful tip back in by Florent Petrus. Didn't even play in Game 1, gets the first hoop in Game 3.
Yeah, Petrus really is a good offensive rebounder, solid player at 6'8". The brother plays, of course, for the Warriors in the NBA.
Easy hoop inside for Jordi Trias to tie the game at 2. Barcelona wearing their blue trunks and bright yellow tops. And a foul way out near the sideline. Juan Carlos Navarro picks up a cheap one. First foul of the game.
The fans are in this game early. A lot of noise here, a lot of support for Unicaja.
Carlos Cabezas handling the ball. Tries to get it to Marcus Brown. A little trouble handling it. A minute gone in this one. 10 on the shot clock. And a turnover. Dennis Marcanato, the big man, can step out and stroke it and gives Barcelona the lead.
Yeah, and Lakovic, credit him for the pass. He's the guy that's going to run the point, averages 3.5 assists a game.
Brown, jacket from 3 and hits the one-time all-time Euroleague scorer. He sat most of this season, only his 6th game, and during that time Luis Scola passed him for the all-time scoring lead for total points in Euroleague play.
Well, Marcus, of course, has a scorer's mentality, good quickness and speed, a jumper, and it obviously can shoot the ball from outside, as we just saw there. But only 2 points in game 2. Struggled a little bit, 1 for 6 from the floor, but he's already got a basket here in game 3.
And it's a 3 that is the difference right now. At 1 point, a Unicaja lead. Here's Brown out front. Navarro will try to control him. Brown lost it off his foot, turned it over. He's trying to claim that it was last touched by Barcelona, to no avail. Matching ties for the Unicaja staff.
Barcelona will look to run the set offense, trying to free Navarro, who will go without the basketball, trying to set up the great shooter Navarro.
Nice pass inside, and the hoop from Trias, his second.
Yeah, the bigs playing nice basketball, sharing the basketball. Good pass there by Marcanato.
Bernie Rodriguez behind the back, gets into the lane, steps through, changes to the left.
Really nice play that time by Basile, taking advantage, really taking the ball right at Navarro. Navarro already has 1 foul, doesn't want to pick up another one, and Unicaja smartly goes right at him defensively.
And a foul on Unicaja. Marcus Brown doesn't like the way the calls are going so far early. His first. He's got a 3, a turnover, and a foul.
And the officials calling it close here early on in the first quarter.
Here's Basile looking inside for Marcanato. Marcanato wants it again, this time on the block, goes to the turnaround. No good off the iron. And the rebound to Jimenez.
And Barcelona looking to go right away into the bigs, taking advantage of the fact that Santiago is not in there.
There's the drive and score, Cabezas.
Cabezas, a terrific shooter, an aggressive defender.
4 hoops from 4 different guys for Unicaja. They've got the 3-point lead. Navarro goes behind the back and is fouled by Rodriguez.
Navarro looking to be aggressive. He's going to have a big night if Barcelona is going to be on their way to Athens. Here we're going to take another look. There's the reach out, the change of direction, the reach out, the foul. Easy call by the official.
Lakovic gives it up to the far side. Basile on the fadeaway. High arcing shot. Hits. Cuts the lead to 1.
Basile off to a very good start on the offensive end. Had 11 points in game 1. Only 2 in game 2.
Cabezas. Now Jimenez the drive all the way across Rodriguez. Missing on the 3. Trias pulls the rebound. Takes it up himself. Just about the midway point of the first quarter. A 1-point Unicaja lead. The drive and the foul. It'll go against Florent Petrus. His first, team's third.
And Lakovic using his quickness here. Driving to the hoop. Creating some contact. Very clever basketball player at 6'1". Averaged 10.5 points a game during the regular season. And 3.5 assists. He's smart. A good compliment for Navarro at the guard position.
You just like him because he's a lefty.
Well, that's another plus.
77% free throw shooter. Looking for his second. Plays about 0.5 minutes a game. And he can't hit the second, but a whistle. We've got a lane violation. He'll have another chance to take the lead.
Mental error that time by Unicaja. Lakovic has only had 3 assists in games 1 and 2. A little bit below his average.
Takes advantage of the extra free throw. Gives Barcelona the 1-point lead. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Jimenez holding out front, looking for cutters. Rodriguez.
The double team. Good switching defense. Good harassment that time.
Jimenez the drive and finishes with the left.
Yeah, Barcelona started out, did a very nice job defensively. Unicaja backing it out and then going down the lane and getting the basket.
Basile looking to create, but traveled.
Yeah, changes pivot foot. Nice call by the official. Good pressure here, man-to-man defense put on by Lakovic.
Rodriguez missing on the long 3. Jimenez kept it alive, but instead it goes to Barcelona. Juan Carlos Navarro catching fire in transition. Rebound cleared by Unicaja. Cabezas fires it off at the last second. Yuri Welsh missing from the baseline. A back and forth action here without many hoops. Barcelona with the ball, trailing by 1. Under 4 minutes to play in the first. Tough runner goes for Navarro.
Navarro working very well without the basketball. Comes off the screen on the curl. Goes into the lane with the floater. That's his first 2.
Bernie Rodriguez gets it back, sizing up and taking Navarro. Kicks it back out. Touch pass Welsh on the baseline. Got to hurry. Just beats the shot clock. It won't go. Trias the rebound. Navarro another runner. Petrus the rebound. Multiple empty trips here, but a quick pace. Cabezas sets up Rodriguez. Thought about the 3. Now Jimenez in the corner. Rodriguez, no good, and a foul in the rebounding action on Barcelona.
I think they called it on Unicaja.
It will go against the home team. Look like they got Cabezas with his first. Oh no, it's Petrus, number 2.
There we see the shot right there, the floater. He pushes off. Nice, yeah, just pushed him in the back with 2 hands.
Good look at it there. Barcelona now operating with the ball in the lead. 4 team fouls for Unicaja. Just 1 for Barcelona.
Looks like we get another blocking foul going the other way.
Second team foul on Barcelona. Big man Denis Marcanado, 7-footer, in his 15th professional season, picks up his first. Played most of his career, 14 years of it in Italy. 13 of them with Benetton Treviso. Yuri Welsh misses the pull-up.
Yuri cannot find the basket. He's had trouble in this series scoring. He's been injured. Really was a game time decision whether he would play tonight at all.
Lakovic the drive and the finish. 4 points for him and a 3-point Barcelona lead. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Welsh holding. Cabezas from on top. Gets in the lane, spins. Open shot on the baseline, missed by De Miguel, but the follow. Cabezas.
Cabezas, absolutely terrific one-on-one player. Drove the lane, kicked it out, was there for the rebound on the missed shot.
Gets Unicaja back within 1. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Foul away from the ball. There, look at Yuri Welsh. Welsh played 4 seasons in the NBA. Golden State, Boston, Cleveland, and Milwaukee. He moved around a lot. Just shy of 250 career games. Averaged about 6 points.
Very good outside shooter. Shoots 42% for threes. Good team player. Has good shooting range, as I mentioned. In the NBA, his defense was a suspect from time to time.
Gianluca Basile hits the first free throw.
Basile off to a good start here in game 3. An exceptional 3-point shooter. And a good complement along with Navarro and Lakovic in there. 2 players that go very well without the basketball in Basile and Navarro.
And Navarro will come out of the game with his team leading by 3.
Navarro pretty much held in check with only 2 points thus far here in the first quarter. Of course, he leads all EuroLeague play with a 17-point average.
And a 3 from Carlos Jimenez. Ties the game at 16. Coming up on 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Basile, a little give and go to Lakovic. Marcanado traveled on the baseline.
Got to be ready for that pass because Lakovic will get it to you at the right time. Went down the lane, drew the defense. The good pass off. Marcanado not quite ready for the pass. Shuffled his feet for the turnover.
Marcus Brown on top. Rubs his man off a screen. Gets it back in the corner. Roger Grimau is on him, defensive specialist. Brown takes him baseline, has to give it up. That was, looked like it went off of Welch's leg. They're going to say Barcelona touched it last. Welsh isn't going to say anything.
Boy, I think you're right, Mark. That looked like it touched Welsh on the way out. Hard to believe that he just went through his hands and didn't touch it.
So it will be Unicaja ball underneath. Cabezas to trigger it in. 4 on the shot clock. They'll have to go quickly. That's quick. And it's a 3. Marcus Brown.
Nice out-of-bounds play that time by Unicaja. The double pick. Marcus Brown coming from the weak side off the double pick and a catch and shoot.
Final 20 seconds of the quarter and a foul on Cabezas. He was battling Lakovic for position.
Cabezas, very aggressive defender, one of the best in EuroLeague. Got a little too physical that time.
And a timeout on the floor as Barcelona, they want to make the most of these last few seconds of the first quarter. Unicaja, and when a game has been back and forth affair, now with a 3-point lead.
Well, we've got ourselves a ball game here, Mark.
So look inside the Barcelona huddle. Very tough thing to do. Win a Euroleague playoff game on the road. The swings from home to road have been dramatic in many of these series. This one in particular, a 16-point win for Unicaja at home, followed by a 22-point loss on the road in Barcelona. And in our CSKA Maccabi series, that was the story as well. Game 3 being won in dominant fashion by CSKA earlier today.
But Barcelona, however, does have a lot of experience. Of course, they won the EuroLeague title in 2003. They've got a lot of talent and experience. Navarro was on that championship team back in 2003. So was De La Fuente, who we've not seen so far tonight. But there's two players that have had the experience. They've been in these kinds of pressure situations before. Not easy to win on the road, but certainly they're capable of doing that. This is a team that really has been up and down throughout the season. They won only 2 of their last 6 ball games in regular season in their group to finish the season, and sort of limped in here to the playoffs.
So Lakovic at the free throw line. Bonus time for Barcelona. And the lefty's got it there.
Nice looking shot. Of course, he was all Euro first team in '03.
And the Slovenian gets them both. 4 for 4 from the line, a total of 6 points today. Barcelona back within 1.
Excuse me, Mark. He was second team a couple of years ago. Meyer.
This is Yuri Welsh.
Big guard at 6'6".
Down to the final moments of the first quarter. And a foul on Michalis Katsiusis. Just checking in on off the bench.
Welsh at 6'6". They cleared the floor. The center let him go one-on-one. Not in the penalty yet, so it'll be Unicaja's ball outside.
The final seconds. Cabezas trying to break it down, is fouled on the drive. Roko Leniukic just in the game, giving it up. These last minute filled with fouls.
Cabezas going to the hoop. Ukek, who had 10 points in game 1 for Barcelona. Young player. Barcelona trying to take advantage of their depth.
So with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter, we've got another timeout. Both coaches really making this a chess match right from the outset.
Well, this is a big game, Mark, as you know.
While we have a moment, a reminder to keep it here on ESPN. Sunday night, Major League Baseball, a special night here on ESPN as the Padres visit the Dodgers on Jackie Robinson night. Remember, 10 years ago, the number 42 retired throughout all of Major League Baseball. And great ceremonies to honor the great Jackie Robinson as part of our ball game presentation of Sunday Night Baseball.
There we see the tip through. That's the way the game started.
A couple of threes from Marcus Brown. Trying to get back in the scoring rhythm. Jordi Trias has a couple hoops for Barcelona as well. Bernie Rodriguez with one of the finest moves of the game so far, changing hands on the drive. And this game has never seen more within a 4-point advantage. Now down to the final seconds of the first quarter. Unicaja to inbound. Brown has it. Gives it on top for Tusek, who lets fire and is fouled on a 3 to close the quarter.
Oh, what an error that time by Barcelona. You never foul on a 3-point shot. You go up, you bother him, you contest it, but you never reach in and make the foul. And no question about it, he got him right on the arm.
Marco Tusek was playing his first seconds of action. Had to be cold. You never want to foul a 3-point shooter, certainly one who's just come into the game. Giving him 3 free throws, and Tusek has the first. Averages 7 points. And the big lefty misses the second, but has one more coming.
Had 11 points in game 1, only did not score in game 2. So he struggled a little bit. Gets a golden opportunity there to make a couple of free throws just before the quarter.
And from mid-court, they fire and cannot hit as Ukic tried the desperation shot at the end of the first quarter. Hotly contested. Unicaja at home looking to book a spot in Athens. They've got the 3-point lead over Barcelona. Back ready to start the second quarter. Malaga, Spain, where Unicaja is hosting FC Barcelona. And some changes to the lineup to start quarter number 2. In green, wearing number 4 and guarding the ball now, Pepe Sanchez, the creative point guard from Argentina. His Unicaja team starts the second with a 3-point advantage. Basile, the drive to the baseline. Good defense from Unicaja. And just better offense with the fading 3, nearly out of bounds for Basile.
Yeah, we really see the kind of range that Basile has coming off a catch and shoot situation.
And 7 points for him. A lot of whistles in the early going today.
The officials are calling it very tight, trying to keep control of this game. Quick whistles. Players have got to adjust.
Here is Sanchez.
Pepe, a real point guard here.
Brown goes to the deck and no whistle.
Not a great outside shooter, but really a distributor, and of course, one of the better defensive players in the league. Had great success at Temple University, where he actually set an NCAA record for steals his senior year at Temple. And was right there. I think he still is the all-time leading assist player for Temple. Just a nice solid guard. However, he's not a shooter. He's got no range. Really can't shoot the ball outside of 15 feet.
Every 10 seconds we're seeing fouls. This is could severely hamper Barcelona. Every time we've got Unicaja putting it on the floor, we got a foul given up. Basile gets his first.
Yeah, and Barcelona will get themselves into foul trouble. They will be shooting free throws probably very early here in the second period if this continues.
21 apiece, 1 minute gone in the second. Marcus Brown straight down the lane. Sets up inside Miguel, who had his shot blocked. De Miguel, that is.
Good defensive help that time. Good team defense. Coming over. Blocking the shot. Not a lot of movement on the Barcelona offense here.
Roger Grimau, off-balance shot.
Tough shot, good block out that time. All green jerseys around that defensive rebound.
Tusek screens and spots up. Sanchez high for the rebound.
Sanchez just really has a nose for the basketball. In the right place at the right time.
4th offensive rebound of the game for Unicaja. Barcelona still looking for their first. Shot clock is down to 8. Marcus Brown, the drive, extension, count it, plus the foul.
Marcus Brown really taking advantage there. Going to his right hand. You got to get on his right hand. But here we see path to the basket. going strong, and that's the reason that he is approaching 2,000 points in EuroLeague play.
He's got 2 deep threes today from beyond the arc, and now he'll have a chance for three-point play the old-fashioned way.
He just needs 9. This could put him up to 2,000 point mark.
Misses the free throw.
Save for another time. Crowd really into a lot of noise.
Basile drives it in. There the foul numbers, 4 in the quarter for Barcelona, and they turn it over.
Yeah, Barcelona looks a little confused there on their offensive set.
Brown misfiring on the 3 in transition. Tusek the rebound. Check that. It was Marcus Faison just into the game. There he is. Faison down low. Had double digits in each of the first 2 games. Not getting the start tonight. Two-point lead for Unicaja. Barcelona setting it up. Ukic for 3. And the rebound, Ignacio De Miguel. De Miguel thought better of the 3.
Pepe Sanchez backs it out, sets it up. Always in control, handling the basketball.
Give and go. Sanchez lost it underneath and turned it over.
Not a good decision by Pepe that time. Had the layup, should have shot the basketball. Tried to do a little bit too much with it on the pass.
Marcus Brown checks out of the lineup with 8 first-half points. And into the lineup for Barcelona, Fran Vasquez, number 17. You see him there. The big 6'10 veteran.
Number 11 pick of the NBA by Orlando at 6'11", 23 years old.
And he gets the ball immediately, but a foul first as Navarro tried to go into the lane. The foul will go.
Nice screen and roll by Vasquez that time. Rolling to the basket. Good delivery.
First foul on Ignacio De Miguel. Navarro working on Faison. Tough runner, falls away.
Unicaja getting out on Navarro early. He's had 3 shot attempts, all runners into the lane.
And a kick violation by the defense. Recycle that shot clock. So the full 24 for Sanchez, and Unicaja will back it out with a 2-point lead. Faison drives and dishes. Count it. De Miguel will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Really a nice play that time by Faison. Rolling, coming off the pick, on the roll, into the lane. And then the good pass off. We're going to see here. There's a switch. The big man comes to him. Dishes it off. And the putback.
Second foul on Juan Carlos Navarro, who has had a very quiet first half.
De Miguel, this is his first year with Unicaja. Had just 2 points last ball game, game 2.
Largest lead of the game for either team. 5 for Unicaja here. Under 6 minutes to play in the first half. A 5-0 run for the home team. Oh, nice delivery to the baseline by Navarro, setting up Fran Vasquez.
Nice 2-man game that time. Navarro making the game come to him. Didn't have the shot. Gave the ball up. Excellent pass.
Pepe Sanchez in a post-up. Out of a double team, throws it out for Faison. Faison slashing through, Pocket picked by Basile. Doesn't have numbers, but attacks anyway. Poked away by the quick hands of Pepe Sanchez.
Sanchez has great hands, good anticipation here. We're going to take a look and see what happens here. There, look at Pepe coming from the offside, trailing the play, but reaches in, gets the all ball.
The crowd and Unicaja wanted that one off of Basile, but it'll stay in the hands of FC Barcelona. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Trailing by 3 at the hands of Unicaja. Quick catch and fire won't go for Navarro. Little volleyball going on around the baseline. It will be Unicaja ball.
Navarro having problems putting the ball in the basket. Entirely opposite of game 2, but give credit to Unicaja. They are staying right with him.
Unicaja ball with a 3-point lead. Jordi Rodriguez creates from on top. Wide open 3 for Pepe Sanchez.
Pepe knocking it down. Just as I said, he was not a great outside shooter. He puts one down. Says, Goodrich, you're wrong.
35% from 3-point range on the season. Just his 14th 3 in Euroleague competition this year. But now, largest lead of the game at 6. Vasquez can't cut it further. Lakovic gets the long rebound. Another chance for Barcelona as the clock ticks below 4 to play in the second quarter. Lakovic, tough fadeaway. Rebound Sanchez.
That is not his shot. Like you said, Mark, he was fading away under a little bit of pressure there, taking that ball to the hoop.
Sanchez trying to rub his man off a screen. Sets up De Miguel. Short on the 3. Rebound to Kakousis.
Great box out that time by Kakousis.
Reach and foul on Pepe Sanchez.
Second team foul in the quarter for Unicaja.
Sanchez needs to tie the laces here, get a little breather. Marcus Brown is back into the game, 41 in green for Unicaja.
Marcus Feising goes to the bench. Of course, he was such a big plus, hitting 5 threes in game 1 for Unicaja.
Basile the drive. Lakovic missing. Vasquez the rebound and put back.
Nice play, nice follow that time by Vasquez, taking advantage of his height at 6'11". But Barcelona, with the 3-guard offense, is having trouble making threes tonight. Need to maybe go inside to Vasquez a little bit. Try to get something in closer to the basket.
Sanchez firing the 3 with a hand in his face.
Under pressure, Sanchez delivers again from 3-point range.
7 is the largest lead of the game. Great defense by Unicaja. Sanchez hits ahead. Rodriguez blows the layup.
Oh, I missed him on the run out. We go back and forth. And Sanchez makes the foul, stops the progress, and forced Barcelona to take the ball out of bounds.
Second foul on Sanchez. Dusko Ivanovic expressing his frustration to the officials. Did he want intentional? Doesn't look like he's going to get it.
I don't think he should get it. I think that certainly the foul was to stop the play, but Pepe Sanchez, I thought it was a good, smart foul.
Yep. He made it look good enough, reaching all the way across in the neighborhood of the ball.
I agree.
But now Ivanovic has been pointing to the scoreboard.
Yeah, we have a little discussion here. Neither coach looks particularly happy with whatever they're calling.
He has ordered the coaches back to their benches.
I like the call. Get control of the ball game. Both teams are playing with passion and excitement here. They've come ready to play. A lot of intensity, playing with a lot of heart.
So a full shot clock now for Barcelona. 2:27 to play in the first half. Trailing by 7. Largest deficit of the game for either team. Navarro the pull-up. Scramble for the loose ball and a foul on Barcelona.
Navarro still having trouble finding the hoop. Only has one basket at this point in the ball game.
First foul on Fran Vasquez, 6th on the team as we march down for the bonus.
There he's shooting under pressure, actually. The hand in his face. There by Pepe Sanchez. And right away now, Barcelona is in the penalty for the rest of the period.
Ignacio de Miguel at the free throw line. The 81% free throw shooter misses the first. Big performance in the Game 1 win at home with 13 points and 7 rebounds. Huge drop-off when they went to Barcelona. Gets 1 of 2. Pushes the lead to 8. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half. A 12-4 run for the home team. Navarro, tough runner on the baseline.
Very tough shot. He's got it down. You can see why he leads Euroleague basketball in scoring with a 17-point average this year. He knows how to find the hoop.
Sanchez behind the back in traffic. But Miguel missed it.
Oh, what a sensational pass that time by Pepe.
Gotta finish it, Ignacio de Miguel.
Just the guts to even try that behind the back pass in traffic. And that was about 15, 18 feet.
Marcus Brown, misses everything on the 3 attempt. And a timeout on the floor. Inside 2 minutes to play in the first half. Some great intensity, great end-to-end action, if not always the cleanest of play. We do have a 33-27 Unicaja advantage. Game 3 of this last quarterfinal matchup of the Euroleague playoffs. Trying to fill that last spot in Athens at the Final Four. Not quite playoff time yet in the NBA, but tune into NBA Friday. This could be a playoff preview. The LA Lakers in Phoenix to take on the Phoenix Suns. Steve Nash and company playing at simple play. Some of the most exciting ball you will ever want to see. And oh yeah, Kobe Bryant, he's pretty good too.
Pretty good.
Yes, he is. Leading the league in scoring with over 30 points per game.
He is having a fantastic year. We look here at some of the stats for Unicaja. 16 rebounds thus far. Controlling the basketball on the boards. Doing a nice job. And they're doing a great job defensively. They've really shut down Navarro. Only 13 rebounds for Barcelona here. 5 turnovers. And only 1 for 7 from 3-point range. That's not going to get it done. Barcelona has got to get a few more shots in and around the basket. Everything seems to be coming from the outside. I know they're a great outside shooting team, and they depend on outside shooting for many of their points, but it's not going today. So you've got to mix it up and get a little bit of balance going to the basket.
1:20 to play in the second quarter. Unicaja with a 6-point lead. Barcelona looking to cut into it here. Juan Carlos Navarro gives it up immediately. Lakovic going inside Vasquez and lays it in.
Nice feed that time. Vasquez at 6'11" really he's got a big mismatch inside. They ought to look for him a little bit more.
Sanchez the drive and the foul out front. Jakar Lakovic. Just his first, but bonus has been in effect for a little while here, and Unicaja is going to shoot free throws.
Barcelona in the penalty early on. 4 minutes to go in the quarter, and they're already in the penalty.
And Sanchez, a strong free throw shooter at almost 81%.
Yeah. Another lefty.
Got a few of them out there. 2-6, a lefty too. They're everywhere.
Both point guards are running a point from the left-hand side.
Going head-to-head here. 45 seconds to play in the half. And a whistle again, and the action away from the ball. Going to go against Unicaja. Not in the bonus. Carlos Jimenez. Second foul of the game. 30 seconds to play in the half. They forgot all about Gianluca Basile. It's like stealing for him. He's got 10.
Yeah, Basile can knock it down from three-point range. But really, credit Navarro, because both players went to Navarro, and that's one of the advantages of having two great three-point shooters. They both went to Navarro. Lakovic delivered to Basile, who knocked it down.
Basile, the leading scorer in the game, first man to double digits, leading the way for Barcelona. Trailed by as many as 8 points just a little while ago. They've cut it down to size, now down to 3, ensuring we'll have a pretty tight game at the half, just seconds away as we peek into the Unicaja huddle. 4th season with Unicaja for head coach Sergio Scariolo. He draws it up on the board. 8 seasons in Italy, where he coached for Scavallini Pesaro, Desio, Bologna. 9 seasons in Spain, including a few with Pau, Real Madrid, before coming to Malaga.
We're going to take a look here at Cabezas. We see here the fall-away shot by Basile. And then, of course, Jimenez driving to the hoop. Some of the outstanding play that we've seen here in the first half. Scariolo, the coach, of course, was the Spanish Coach of the Year in 2000 and the Italian Coach of the Year back in '94. Has a lot of great credentials and has done a nice job here for Unicaja, trying to get to the Final Four for the first time. In fact, this is the first year that they've played in Euroleague play. So they've picked up the competition here.
And they've gotten better as the season has gone on. They were 4-7 to start with Unicaja. They've gone 8-3 since. See if they can keep it going. Marcus Brown kicks it out. Tusek a 3. And that will do it for the first half. What a way to close it out. A 3-pointer at the buzzer. And the crowd in Malaga loves it. Their Unicaja side will have an advantage heading for halftime. 38-32. Just 20 minutes of basketball to decide who is going to the Final Four in Athens. The halftime report is coming up. Welcome to the Euroleague halftime report. Game 3 of this best-of-3 quarterfinal series. Unicaja with a 38-32 lead over Spanish rival FC Barcelona. The winner goes to the Final Four, and we had a foul-plagued first half, and not always the most exciting-looking offense, but as we look at the numbers here, free throw battle pretty even, and Unicaja getting the better of the battle of the boards.
Yeah, also I think that, one of the big keys, which doesn't show up here, is the fact that Barcelona has really had trouble shooting the threes and have shot very poorly from three-point range, and that has affected their performance.
Certainly has. We'll see if they're able to get themselves some better looks, maybe like this in the second half. Barcelona trailing by 6 at Unicaja. The winners going to the Final Four. Third quarter is coming up. Ready to start the third quarter. Sports Palace in Malaga, Spain. Mark Bradwell with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich as we bring you this decisive third game of the quarterfinal series between Unicaja and FC Barcelona. It's turned out to be a Spanish derby here between two Spanish league rivals. And it will be Unicaja ball with a 6-point lead to start the second half.
Well, Mark, Unicaja had to come out here with some intensity, and they have done that. They've really, I think, been in pretty much control of this game. They've also shot the ball very well from three-point range today, which they didn't do in game 2. But this is a team that's played great defense, particularly in game 1, and I think they're doing a good job of it here tonight. They are containing Navarro. Navarro only has 4 points, and he's pretty much the key to the offense for Barcelona.
Carlos Jimenez missing everything and may have been fouled on that three to open the third quarter, but an academic point at this point because there was no whistle. There is one there, a clothesline as Navarro took the shot from De Miguel.
And De Miguel basically said, Navarro, don't come in here, stay out of the paint. Right here, he really hits him hard, lets him know that if he comes in, he's going to get hit. Barcelona, an offensive-oriented team, but is having trouble shooting tonight. And that's something they did very well in game 2. They made 56% of their shots in game 2, and they're having trouble hitting the threes.
And continuing here in the opening moment of the third quarter. Empty trips for each team to start the second half.
Ceballos running the point now.
Marcus Brown drives and kicks. Cabezas missing on the three. Bernie Rodriguez tracks it down. Marcus Brown down low, makes the extra pass. De Miguel, little leaner in the lane to open the scoring in the second half.
And credit Marcus Brown for the extra pass. Good play, unselfish play. And we have an 8-point lead for Unicaja.
Match is the largest of the game. Lakovic gets it back, but now just 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Bernie Rodriguez will be called for the foul for Unicaja.
And not a great foul there by Rodriguez with the clock going down. But Unicaja has come out here in the second half with a good aggressive defense. I'm sure they talked about it at halftime in the locker room.
Sergio Scariolo, a little bit of advice during that momentary break for Marcus Brown.
Look at Unicaja starting to contest passes, overplaying, really making it difficult for Barcelona here. Look at every pass is contended. They're forcing Barcelona outside of their comfort zone.
Lakovic had to take the off-balance three.
And the run out.
Cabezas lays it in. A 10-point advantage.
Unicaja's defense is really starting to contest every pass, making it difficult, switching out.
10-point lead, largest to the game. Barcelona led by 3 at the most, off the steal, and now a foul on Barcelona. Some frustration showing on Jakalakovic.
Barcelona going a little bit too much on the one-on-one, but again, they're having difficulty getting into their set offense with the pressure defense. You see the action there, clogging up the middle, the reach in, the foul, the frustration.
Carlos Jimenez pushes to the far side. Rodriguez, high post. De Miguel slipped a little and lost it.
You can give credit to Barcelona's defense that time. Clogging up the middle.
Rokoleni Ukic in to run the point now for Barcelona. And a double dribble. They are harassing Navarro. He wants a whistle. He's not getting one.
You can tell Unicaja has really made it a point to jump out on Navarro. Navarro, of course, really had a great game 2 with 25 points in only 18 minutes, but not the same tonight.
Jimenez drops it down low for Brown. Brown, the quick drive. Tough runner won't go. Here comes Navarro speeding it up quickly. Basile. Now it's Navarro. Ukic. Boy, whoever's open, they don't stay open for long. That, though, was a good look, and Navarro buried it.
Good basketball. The extra pass. Navarro, probably the first real good look from the outside.
That's 7 points. It's his first three-point make of the game.
And the officials are starting to let them play. There's a lot of physical activity going on right now.
Foul on Unicaja. Ignacio De Miguel, the guilty party. It's his third.
We're going to see the boom, the block. No question about it. Game is getting a lot more physical here in the third period.
Seven-point deficit for Barcelona. Ukic into the lane. Grimau gives it back to him. Shot clock down to 7. Ukic rejected by De Miguel.
Good pickup by De Miguel that time on the drive.
Cabezas with no numbers takes it in anyway, and the follow is there for De Miguel.
De Miguel really giving a lot of help off the bench.
And Navarro again with everything being made difficult for him. He does draw a foul there. Bernie Rodriguez picks up his third.
But you can just see every time Navarro touches the ball that Unicaja, from a team perspective, everybody's aware. Here we're going to see the pick and roll and the switch out, and now both players going right at Miguel. He gets fouled, but he's having to work for everything tonight. No cheap ones.
Grimau driving in, and a foul by Unicaja's Carlos Jimenez.
And I think that's his third.
It is. So starting to build a little the aggressive play, which has helped them. Well, now the fouls are mounting. Bernie Rodriguez just picked up his third. Ignacio De Miguel has 3. Carlos Jimenez has 3 for Unicaja. Dennis Marcanato, the big man for FC Barcelona, taking a break on the bench. Roger Grimau at the free throw line.
Barcelona's a team. They shot only 50% in this series in games 1 and 2 from the foul line. Shot 74 for the season, so hard to explain why they've dropped so much. A pretty good free throw shooting team during the year, but not in this playoff series.
Cabezas probes and comes back out. Shot clock now inside of 10. Cabezas, tough drive, and draws a foul.
Really tough shot that time by Cabezas. Driving into the lane, creates the foul, hangs in the air, gets the foul, but watch him here, goes to his left and hanging in the air and just misses getting the basket and the three-point opportunity, but he will go to the line for two.
Third foul on FC Barcelona's Roko Ukic. And Carlos Cabezas, 77% free throw shooter, veteran. 9 points, a couple of assists per game.
He was on that Spanish team that got the gold at the World Championships last summer. A terrific 52% shooter from two-point range, 37% from three-point range.
And he restores the double-digit advantage now. 5 minutes to play in the third.
Boy, look where Navarro gets the ball. Way out there, 45, 48 feet from the basket.
Drives it in, contested, and it won't go. Gary Wells dribbled it off his knee. Barcelona with numbers the other way. And Ukic can't get anything out of it.
Good transition defense that time by Unicaja. They're making him work for everything.
Nice pass. Trias found Grimal, missed the first, kicks it all the way out. Navarro short on the three. And Grimal tried to steal it away, but committed the foul.
And Navarro is looking to force shots now, having to force shots. There's a rebound and the reach in.
Third foul on Roger Grimal. Ukic has 3 as well for FC Barcelona. Ernie Rodriguez taking a seat on the Unicaja bench.
At this rate, Mark, we're going to see who has the best depth because both teams, their players are getting into foul trouble early here in the third quarter or midway through the third quarter.
Pepe Sanchez is in to run the point for the moment for Unicaja. Jimenez on the wing. Cabezas and Sanchez, so 2 point guards really to run the show for Unicaja. Runner won't go. Cabezas forcing the action there. Still a 10-point advantage though. Now 4 minutes to play in the third and a foul again away from the ball. This one on Carlos Jimenez, and that should be 4 on him. It is, so he's going to have to sit for a while.
Mark, you know, the atmosphere here is really typical of a playoff game. Every team, every possession important.
You got 3 fouls. I don't know why you do that, but they're already short on big men. Not that Jimenez is that big, but he's playing a big man spot with Daniel Santiago out. They don't have anywhere near the height as Unicaja that they normally do. In fact, they don't put a man out there on the floor today more than 6'9".
Yep.
Nine-point game, under 4 to play in the third. Florent Petrus gives it to Tusek. Now Cabezas to reset. Shot clock at 10. Pepe showed 3. Better do something. 4 on the clock. Tough turnaround. And a rebound, Jordi Trias. Grimal left alone and hits a 3.
And one of the few opportunities that Barcelona has had to get an outside shot uncontested. Grimal, the ability to shoot the basketball that time in transition before the defense got set for Unicaja.
4th foul on Grimal.
This game is getting very physical, and every basket is being contested by both teams. Grimal now has 4 fouls, and he'll probably have to sit a while.
For the moment, they leave him in. 3:10 to play in the third. Cabeza straight down the lane. Taken off by Grimau. Heads up play to pull it off the cylinder. Grimau left alone for three in transition. That would have been a big hoop.
Good opportunity that time by Barcelona. In transition. Unable to knock it down. Unicaja slows the action down. Wants to get something good. Pepe running the point. Very clever. Look at that. Draws both defenders. Dishes it off for the easy layup to Petrus.
So it could have been a three-point game had that three gone. Instead, it's right back up to 8 with 2.5 to play in the third. Navarro with no breathing room at all. Trias in the lane. Grimau has it blocked but was fouled. That might have been a good time to step in and draw a charge.
Yeah, but credit Grimau, really taking her hard to the basket. Fearless, going right to the hoop, knowing he's going to probably get fouled. Takes the punishment and goes to the line. Look at this determination, driving to the hoop, gets it over the outstretched hands, and that draws the contact.
Marco Tusek picks up his first foul. It's the 7th foul on Unicaja, so well into the bonus now. Barcelona to shoot on all fouls. Second one won't go, and another lane violation. So another chance to get that second free throw down.
Grimau, not particularly a great free throw shooter at 67%, but he gets another opportunity and makes the basket.
Grimau with those 4 fouls will take a seat on the bench.
And Barcelona continues to hang around.
And turning it over to Unicaja. Pepe Sanchez had it knocked away from behind, but his hand, according to the officials, contacted it again on the way out of bounds.
We'll see if we can take another look at it. Oh, I don't know. We're going to take another look at it. Can't really tell from that angle. The official's right there. Has a better look than we do.
Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Shot clock down to 7. Ukic continuing to pound out front. Vasquez beats the shot clock.
And the big man goes outside. Has a good mid-range jumper. That one looked a little bit longer than his range, but he knocks it down.
Unicaja's lead is down to 4. Under a minute and a half to play in the third.
Good defensive help that time.
Brown turned it over. Oh, quick hands from Sanchez. Basile back into the game for Barcelona. Gives it back on top for Ukic. Basile airballs the 3.
Not a great shot selection that time. Would have liked to see a little bit more movement.
So the timeout on the floor. A reminder to keep it here on ESPN. Check the time in your area of the world on Friday for more UEFA Cup action. Quarterfinals. Werder Bremen versus AZ Alkmaar. Check the time in your area of the world, either Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are. And in our Euroleague quarterfinal action of Game 3, Unicaja and FC Barcelona battling it out for the right to go to the Final Four. We already know that Panathinaikos and Tau will battle it out in one semifinal. CSKA Moscow awaits the winner of this game. There'll be a couple of weeks off before competition begins first week in May in that Final Four in Athens.
And Unicaja is doing it on the defensive end. We hear the saying, it all starts at the defensive end, and that's exactly what they're doing. Here they move the ball nicely, and Di Miguel gets the basket. but it's really been Unicaja defense that has triggered their offense as we see the run out here by Cabezas.
Largest lead of the game has been 10 points. Unicaja has had it at a couple of points here in the third quarter. But now inside a minute to play in the third, Barcelona back within 4.
And the fans are really into this game. A lot of noise, constant noise here. This very, very big game.
Marcus Brown misses the runner. He has ditched the headband. Quick three in transition. It's nothing. Oh, Basile had it in his hands and couldn't control it.
Took his eye off the ball just for that split second. Lost the ball out of bounds. Barcelona missing a golden opportunity to cut into that lead. Good sequence in transition. It couldn't capitalize.
About a 10-second game clock, shot clock differential. 11 to shoot now. Florent Petrus inside, rejected by the helping Vasquez.
Vasquez really making his presence shown.
8 seconds to play. Put it in the hands of Navarro. Brown will try to shut him down. Navarro drives. Left-hand shot won't go. And a rebound to Tusic to end the third quarter. Unicaja is 3/4 of the way there. With a 4-point advantage heading for the fourth quarter in a battle to determine the last spot in Athens of the Euroleague Final Four. Come back with us on ESPN. We'll have the start of the fourth quarter with Unicaja up 48-44 over FC Barcelona. A 4-point advantage for Unicaja, playing at home for the right to go to the Final Four. Game 3 of this EuroLeague basketball playoff quarterfinal matchup. Team split the first 2 games with comfortable victories at home. Now Unicaja at home, but nothing comfortable about this 4-point lead. Barcelona with the basketball to start the fourth. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. Glad you could be with us for this special presentation of EuroLeague basketball.
And Mark, it's, like you said, the winner goes to Athens, the loser goes home. But we're going to see which team really wants it the most right now.
Jordi Trias cuts it to a 2-point game.
This game is tight. Both teams have stepped up their play, defensively especially, and it's going to be which team really wants it the most here now in these final 10 minutes.
Barcelona's hung in there tough. They're not getting a big scoring game from their star, Navarro. They've been down double digits, but they have fought to stay in it, and now are right there within striking distance. Barcelona, though, picking up a foul here. Gianluca Basile, his second.
Scariello, the coach here for Unicaja, giving instructions. When the double team wants the ball going to the open man on the weak side.
Petrus at the free throw line and given plenty of room, not interested in the shot. Tusic in a post, double teamed. Face on is open, but not for long. Misfires on the 3, and a foul in the rebounding action will go against Florent Petrus.
And Vasquez is starting to own the defensive boards here. So important for Barcelona to get back into this game.
Third foul on Petrus.
And if I was Ivanovic, I'd like my position right now. They're within 2 points, and Navarro has really not been a factor here. So
inside Trias, count the hoop to tie it. A free throw can give them the lead.
A nice play that time by Barcelona, bringing the big man Vasquez out, pulling out the defense, and there was no weak side help because everybody was high. Unicaja trying to deny every pass. There he is playing in front, no help from the weak side. Goes up strong, Trias, and delivers.
Size mismatch there. The 6'4" Faison picking up the foul, trying to stay with the 6'9" Trias. cannot give his team the lead.
And if Barcelona is going to win this game, they've got to continue to keep in mind that they've got a terrific height advantage and can go inside.
Tusic drills the line drive three off the Sanchez feed.
And what a factor he's been here tonight. Couple of threes coming off the bench. Got fouled on another three. Played very, very well here.
It stopped at 8-0. Barcelona run that had drawn them even. Vasquez on top. Hits just inside the arc. It's a one-point game.
And we can see why Vasquez is such an interesting prospect, because he is a big man at 6'11". Can go outside and shoot that jumper. Shot it with a great deal of confidence. No hesitation.
Sanchez. Bernie Rodriguez. 2 on the shot clock. Sanchez had to fire. It rebounded up and hit the shot clock out of bounds. So the ball will go over to FC Barcelona.
Barcelona has a chance to take the lead again here. Down 1. Important to get a good high percentage shot.
And a timeout on the floor in the fourth quarter. Barcelona has been down 10 on a couple of occasions, but they never let it get beyond that. They've kept Unicaja in hailing distance, and in fact, just tied it up a few moments ago. Barcelona last led back in the first quarter, 16-13. They were tied momentarily early in the second quarter, and from that point on, Unicaja had led until just a moment ago.
I'd like to see Barcelona go inside. They've clearly got a height advantage here. Here we see the kick out, the pass, the extra. We're going to see the extra pass here to Navarro, who's able to get really one of the few real good looks tonight. But Barcelona really has a height advantage in Vasquez and Trias in there, and they ought to take advantage of it and get a good high percentage shot this time down. Look at Pepe. Just really very clever. Always in control. Looks like he's going in slow motion, but he's actually very, very quick. But again, a very smart player.
Barcelona with the ball, 7.5 to play, down by 1. Ukic with Sanchez on him. Navarro just standing by himself. Now open for 3. And a quick closeout helped contest that shot.
Unicaja closing out on the 3 shooters time after time again. Making it difficult. Every shot is contested.
Faison splits 2 defenders, lost it momentarily. Shot clock down to 2. 2-6 fadeaway won't go. Vasquez the rebound.
Vasquez really having a nice ball game, stepping up here in game 3, controlling those defensive boards.
Quick move by Ukic, gets all the way to the glass.
Ukic really taking advantage of the quickness that time on the switch.
First lead since 16-13 for Barcelona. Way back in the first quarter. Hesitation move. Sanchez missed the layup. And then the foul on Faison as Ukic tried to bring it up. Second foul on Faison, 3rd on the team in the fourth quarter. Baseball fans, Sunday Night Baseball coming your way this weekend on ESPN. National League West rivalry, the Padres will go north to visit the Dodgers on Jackie Robinson Day. Now back to our quarterfinal game 3. Under 6 minutes to play. Spin move, Ukic finishes with the left. The three-point lead matches their largest.
And Ukic is really stepping up here in the fourth quarter. Really a nice move with the spin move in the left hand.
Little 6-0 run for FC Barcelona. Bernie Rodriguez lost it inside. Wow, this game has taken a sudden turn.
It sure has, Mark. Barcelona stepping up their game. This is when it counts.
Navarro sets up Vasquez, fouled before the shot by Bernie Rodriguez.
Nice pass that time by Navarro. Coming into the lane. Good roll by Vasquez.
Rodriguez picks up his 4th personal, and he will be replaced by Marcus Brown.
Here you say the pass, the good roll to the basket, and there the foul.
Navarro sets up Vasquez on top. Vasquez hits.
Vasquez, that's a second one from right there, that spot. Very confident, and he's having a big ball game tonight.
5-point lead is the largest of the game for Barcelona. Tusek setting himself up for a 3, and it rebounded out of bounds. No basket. It hit the support above the backboard, which is out of bounds before falling back through. Timeout on the floor. A big turnaround in the second half. FC Barcelona has the lead over Unicaja. If you're just joining us, welcome to Euroleague basketball on ESPN. Game 3, the decisive game of the quarterfinals. In the Euroleague playoffs, Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. It has been a tough battle throughout. Barcelona trailed by as many as 10 and not too long ago at 46-36. But a nice big run for them.
Their game has really picked up here in the fourth quarter.
A 20-5 run is what Barcelona is on right now. Quick hands of Yuri Welsh strip it away from Navarro. Carlos Cabezas has no numbers. He'll pull it back out. Marco Tusek, the drive, blocked up top, but a foul down low.
Tusek going to his left has really been a big factor and a big help. Been very solid today for Unicaja. Vasquez leaves with 2 fouls. I don't suspect he'll be there long just to get a breather. He's been very effective for Barcelona in this run in the fourth quarter.
Here's Tusek, who was signed in January, partway through the season by Unicaja, had been in Italy up until that point. The native of Slovenia.
Came over from Lodomatica Roma.
And he's got both free throws to stop the 8-0 run. Pull his team back within 3. Coming up on 4 minutes to play.
And you can see defensively, Unicaja's really game plan has been to get up on the 3 shooters. And once again, they force a turnover.
Dusko Ivanovic wants a timeout, but he can't get one in that situation. And Yuri Welsh gets the lay-in ahead of the field to cut the lead to 1.
And Pepe Sanchez delivers once again to Welsh on the break in transition. We're going to take another look at it. Look at this pass. Beautiful pass. Welsh going without the basketball, creating the opportunity.
Oh, Pepe Sanchez, just a creative deliverer of the basketball. Gail, you got to love those guys who in mid-dribble can just deliver that ball right off the dribble.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a guy who knows how to play the game. He's a very smart player. In Argentina, of course, member of that 2004 Olympic gold team. Had a cup of coffee with the 76ers and Atlanta. Just a terrific passer. It's got to be a pleasure to play with. I'll tell you, you get open, he's going to deliver the basketball.
Yeah, he is one of those guys that makes people better.
Yeah, he absolutely does. And, of course, he's a terrific defender. Now Barcelona has got to get something inside. Everything is coming from the outside. Unicaja just continues to pressure the outside, forcing very difficult shots. And my question is where is Vasquez? Because he was really a factor when Barcelona made the run here a few minutes ago. They took him out for a breather. I'd like to see him back in the game.
Back into the game to run the point now is Lakovic.
Vasquez still on the bench. Trias is in there at the center position. Nice pick and roll, and there's Trias, and a beautiful
knocked
block.
Away. That was Pepe Sanchez, quick hands, but Trias ends up with it again before Sanchez clears the miss.
And how good of a play was that by Pepe?
Unbelievable hands. Welsh drops it down for Tusek against 2, and a blocking foul on Roger Grimau. That will be 5 and the end of his night.
Oh boy, tough break there for Roger. Looked like he was there in time for the charge. Didn't get the call.
Ukic will come back in. He had provided the help. Here's a look.
Looks like he's there. But there's a pivot. He's there. Oh.
What more can you do?
Nah, tough call. Tough break. Ivanovic not liking the call.
And Tusek hits the first to pull the game even. Cannot give Unicaja the lead. 3:13 to play. 56 apiece. Little mini run for Unicaja. They've scored the last 5. Ukic off the screen. Spins in traffic. Off balance. Gets the roll.
Ukic really another fine spin move.
And somebody is down. It looks like it's Sanchez on the Unicaja right in front of the bench.
And that, if he can't continue, that's really going to hurt Unicaja. Looks like it's that right knee, or left knee, excuse me. Looks like he's in real pain.
Eight points, 3 assists, 5 boards. Good all-around game.
Just really solid. We'll take another look, see what happens here. There's the reach in. He just bangs knees.
Painful to be sure, but that may be a good thing. It could be simply a bruise. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see if he comes back in. And a foul out front. Barcelona with the 2-point advantage. Giving up the foul there. First on Jordi Trias.
.234 to go. We're going right down to the wire, Mark.
And Cabezas will run the point by himself. Marcus Brown holding out on the wing, well beyond the arc. Back in the hands of Cabezas, spinning in the lane. Good defense. Shot clock down to 7. Welsh, good look at the 3. Cabezas tried to follow it in and could not. Oh, you have to wonder whether Cabezas was better off pulling that down and coming out with it. That's a tough place to follow it from, that far from the hoop.
Oh, no, we're going to get a backcourt violation. No, no.
They will say it was disrupted.
No. That one of the officials called it over here on the far side.
The official on the play said it was not backcourt, and the official on the far side from where the ball was, the near side of your picture, came in late and said, yes, it was.
Yeah, look at here. We're going to see here. It definitely was a backcourt. Went off his leg. The official nearest the play did not call it. Called it from across court, and Ivanovic is really upset, but I think it was the right call.
And a big call here in the final moments.
Pepe's back in, limping a little bit. That very definitely was a backcourt foul. excuse me, a backcourt violation.
So it gives the ball to Unicaja, down by 2. Marcus Brown goes to a post-up. Tusek lays it home to tie the score.
And Tusek has been very active here in the fourth quarter, just really playing solid. And we get the foul here.
Scariola with histrionics right in the face of the official. Very lucky he's not teed up here with 1:34 to play of a tie game.
Giving some instructions now to Pepe Sanchez. Second foul on Cabezas.
And it'll send Jaka Lakovic to the free throw line. It's the first for a 1-point lead.
Lakovic, a 77% foul shooter on the year. Nice rotation. Good looking shot for Lakovic.
Has them both for a 2-point lead. 1.5 to play. Tusek wants it in the post. Mismatch on Basile. Basile reaches in and commits the foul.
Not a bad foul in that situation. Jukic taking advantage of his size there over Basile. There's the reach in.
And bonus time as Tusek will go to the free throw line. The lefty line drive shooter's got it. Looking to tie it here.
What an acquisition this year, coming over from Lokomotiv Roma.
Boy, yeah, they have really had to count on him here in this game particular, having to play the bulk of the minutes down low with the 7-footer Santiago now out for the season. Coming up on 1 minute left, tied at 60. Ukic, the drive, scores again. He's been tremendous breaking down the defense from on top tonight.
He sure has. He's really picked up the game here. In a situation where Navarro's had a tough night, Jukic has come off the bench and just really delivered. Basile making the foul that time. His fourth.
Dusko Ivanovic running over to the table. Changed his mind about something.
They're breaking down the defense. Rodriguez.
Carlos Jimenez checking back in after a long time with the bench number 20 in green for Unicaja. See what he can contribute. So a 2-point advantage for Barcelona. Make it 1 as Rodriguez can draw Unicaja even with another make. 49.9 seconds left. And we're tied again.
Let's see what Barcelona is going to run. They call the play. The circle play, which means they're coming off picks down low.
Navarro comes out to midcourt to get the ball. 8 on the shot clock. Drives it in. Off balance shot. Cannot get the roll. Big rebound, Jimenez. There is a differential. About a 4-second shot clock, game clock differential. Maybe even 5.
And the ball is in the hands of Pepe Sanchez. Now he gets it over to Rodriguez. They spread the court. Rodriguez, the reach.
5
he goes
seconds
by.
on the shot clock. Pepe Sanchez drills the 3 for the lead. 7 seconds left. And a timeout as they cross midcourt.
Great timeout. That time by Barcelona. Now they can set up and get a good, hopefully a good high percentage shot.
Pepe Sanchez poised to be the hero. Unicaja with the lead in the final seconds. Back with the finish in a moment. Down to the final seconds. FC Barcelona down 3 with 7.5 seconds left. Pepe Sanchez a 3 to break a 62 all tie.
And Unicaja really looking to put a lot of pressure here, not only on the throw in, but everybody is going to be played very, very tough here.
And they inbound it to Navarro, who is fouled, not shooting a 3. They say fouled on the floor with 7 seconds left. That is cutting it close.
I don't know. I think maybe that was a catch and shoot.
Bernie Rodriguez picking up his 5th foul. He is done for the game. He is fouled out. You know, the strategy, foul him and make him shoot 2 free throws instead of making a 3. But whoa, he was trying to get that ball up very quickly.
Boy, I'd like to see that on the replay. That was a close call. I think he might have. It was a catch and shoot all in one motion.
Unicaja may have just dodged a bullet there. And a timeout on the floor to set these final 7 seconds. Crowd in Malaga clad in green of Unicaja ready to explode should this end in their favor. With the time on the floor, we remind you NBA Friday coming your way this week. A fantastic Western Conference matchup. Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles Lakers in Phoenix to visit Steve Nash, the 2-time defending NBA Most Valuable Player.
The crowd really into it. Unicaja looking to go to their first Final Four. Just a few seconds away if they can hold on here.
What a great game it has been. It has been a battle from moment one. Barcelona battled back from a 10-point third-quarter deficit, and now 2 free throws coming for Juan Carlos Navarro. You're watching Game 3 of this quarterfinal EuroLeague matchup. The winner goes to the Final Four. And 2 free throws for Juan Carlos Navarro. He hits the first to cut it to a 2-point game. Still 7 seconds left.
He makes this. Barcelona has got to foul right away to extend the game and make Unicaja make some free throws. There's a lot of time still left in this game.
Got them both. And it's a 1-point game. And there the foul committed even before the ball was inbounded.
Nice foul.
No time off the clock and 2 free throws. So no matter what, even if both free throws are made, it's still a chance to tie for Barcelona. Gianluca Basile, it was his 5th foul. We've been well in the bonus both ways. It'll send Marcus Brown to the line. Brown is perfect from the line in only 9 attempts in now 6 EuroLeague games this season, coming off injury. He hits the first.
Calm, cool in the neglect. Calm, cool.
7 seconds left. Plenty of time for Barcelona. Brown makes it a 3-point game. Lakovic is fouled in the backcourt with 4.6 seconds left. So we'll be going to the line again for 2. We see this played out so much in European basketball, where they will give you the 2 free throws rather than risk you even getting close to attempting a 3-pointer.
It really is smart basketball. Send them to the line, make them make the free throws. 2 points does not hurt you at this point in the game.
So Lakovic at the line, a 77% free throw shooter. Oh, that's a big one.
This one, I think you got to miss it intentionally. Hope you can get the rebounder to tap out and try to get a 3.
We'll see what he does. He does exactly that. Gets a long rebound, but it is controlled for the moment by Unicaja. Cabezas throws it off the Barcelona player. What an incredible play by the point guard Cabezas. He wants to inbound it right now and get this thing over with.
Great play by Cabezas. Smart basketball. The crowd is going crazy, and Unicaja,
who throws it to his man. Time has run out, and Unicaja has won a berth in their first ever EuroLeague Final Four.
The celebration begins.
They've been waiting a long time in Malaga for this. They're sending their team to the Final Four. 2007 in Athens, a dramatic victory at home for Unicaja, 67-64, the final over rival FC Barcelona. We're back with more in a moment. The afterglow continues in Malaga, where Unicaja emerges. It took them 3 games to do it, but now advances to their first ever EuroLeague Final Four, a 67-64 victory over winner FC Barcelona. And what a tremendous win. Really hard fought and gutted out. So now we know our Final Four brackets. We knew that Panathinaikos would take on Tau, and now the entire Final Four is set. CSKA will take on Unicaja. Great matchup, Scale.
Yeah, really outstanding matchups, and Unicaja just had a great team victory tonight. Everybody stepped up their game and contributed. Sanchez contributed, Tusek off the bench. I mean, look at the stats here. Look at the shooting here. 13 for 34, not great shooting there, but 8 for 20 on threes versus Barcelona's 4 for 16.
So Unicaja really gutting out a team victory over rival FC Barcelona. And the hero, Pepe Sanchez, with what turns out to be the difference in the ball game. For Gail Goodrich and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Mark Brown. So long for now. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. 67-64. Unicaja books its ticket to Athens for the Final Four.
EuroLeague basketball devotion.